On the northern coast of Kubera, a strange pattern has gripped the villages for 100 years. Every new moon, without fail, one person vanishes. Men, women, young and old, they are quietly abducted into the night, leaving the entire coastline feeling like a deserted wasteland. The architect of this century-long misery is a local aristocrat named Dinker Bora. He operates from this massive, decaying mansion, quietly hoarding vast collections of gold and precious jewels, while the villages around him live in terror. His wealth is the result of a predatory arrangement. Generations ago, his family managed to magically enslave a sea goddess named Jalakanya. By trapping her in a mountain lake and feeding her human sacrifices every new moon, the blood pact forces the goddess to produce a solid golden egg for the family once a month. With his fortune secured, Dinker Bora seeks total social leverage. He schemes to force a marriage between his innocent daughter, Sundari, and Vijay, the son of the highly respected local landlord. Marrying into the landlord's family line would grant Dinker Bora the public reverence that gold cannot buy. Dinker Bora operates on a logic of pure extraction. To him, human lives, ancient deities, and even his own daughter's future are strictly transactional, tools to be spent and traded to endlessly expand his personal empire. There is a major roadblock to Dinker Bora's plan. Vijay is already deeply in love with a young orphan named Suvarna. Dinker Bora hires a dark sorcerer to brew a love potion, but the magic requires strict adherence to a specific rule. The potion needs physical separation from Suvarna for 108 days. Killing her is risky. Mystics could summon her ghost. Instead, he tricks her into swallowing a snake mani, a perpetual cage locking her soul inside her preserved body. To hide her from tracking spells, he seals her inside a heavy wooden box, binds it with talismans, and hurls it into the ocean. Dinker Bora has engineered a meticulously designed crime. By exploiting the rigid rules of dark magic, he has removed the only obstacle in his path, while leaving zero physical or supernatural evidence for the landlord's trackers to find. Far away on the southern coast, the reality of life is entirely different. Here we find Viren, an impoverished orphan making his living in a struggling fishing village. Viren's worldview stands in stark opposition to Dinker Bora's greed. He has no grand ambitions. He takes his small wooden boat out each morning, hoping only to catch enough fish to afford a meal that evening. During a particularly desperate week, Viren casts his net near a remote island and pulls up ancient, heavy jars. By opening them, he unwittingly frees 3 trapped spirits. Out of gratitude, they merge into an enchanted, wish-granting golden fish and hand it over to him. The spirits offer him infinite wealth, but Viren declines. He asks only for a mantra that ensures a few regular fish fall into his net every day, so he can earn his keep. A man defined by simple needs is suddenly holding an artifact of world-altering magical power, and he has no interest in keeping it. Viren journeys north to Kubera, looking to sell the golden fish to the only person who can afford it. He walks straight into Dinker Bora's mansion. Stunned by the artifact, Dinker Bora immediately offers 10 kilos of gold. When Viren declines, the aristocrat escalates, offering fleets of boats and massive estates. Viren rejects it all. Instead, Viren makes a very strange, simple counteroffer. He says his golden fish is named Luck. He will hand it over for free, strictly in exchange for Dinker Bora taking his luck and giving Viren his poverty. Dinker Bora laughs at the seemingly foolish trade, shakes Viren's hand, and accepts the deal. He unknowingly walks into a legal death trap. Daridra, the word for poverty, is the secret name of the enslaved sea goddess, Jalakanya. The blood pact dictates the talisman wearer can never donate their poverty. By uttering the trade, Dinker Bora legally voids the 100-year-old contract, instantly freeing the sea goddess from his control. Raw greed blinded Dinker Bora. In his rush to hoard another piece of magical gold, he eagerly accepted a verbal loophole that dismantled his family's ultimate source of power in a matter of seconds. Viren's modest new income from his fishing mantra leaves him with a few extra gold coins. Walking through the market, he spots a large, sealed wooden box pulled from the ocean. Thinking it would make a good storage chest for his clothes, he buys it. When Viren pries the nails loose, he finds the amnesiac Suvarna inside. Without hesitation, he provides the stranger with food, water, and a safe place to rest in his small hut. On the other side of the coast, Vijay has been desperately searching for his missing love. Guided by a magical snake wand that tracks Suvarna's faint energy, his path directly crosses with Viren on the beach. When dark spirits sent by Dinkerbora ambush Vijay on the sand, Viren realizes he is outmatched. He recites a mantra to call upon the sea goddess Jalakanya, who he accidentally freed, and she instantly materializes, wiping out the demons and saving the landlord's son. A single fisherman's act of kindness effectively dismantled a century of calculated cruelty. The complex, multi-layered curse was fractured by the sheer, cascading coincidence generated by Viren's unyielding integrity. Knowing they need specialized help, Viren travels west to recruit Mantrala Ava, a powerful white witch known for helping the helpless. She immediately recognizes the Kogola family's dark magic and strips the anti-tracking talisman from Suvarna's wrist. She extracts the parasitic snake mani directly from Suvarna's stomach and completely reduces the dark artifact to inert ash. The destruction of the snake mani triggers a massive chain reaction. The dark sorcerer linked to the spell is instantly killed in his cave. With his magic broken and the sea goddess gone, Dinkerbora's history of kidnappings and human sacrifices is laid bare for the entire village to see. The fortress of dark magic became a tomb for its architect. Stripped of his wealth and his magical leverage, Dinkerbora is dragged away by the villagers and executed for his crimes. With the curse broken and her memories restored, Suvarna returns to Kubera and marries Vijay, bringing the landlord's family the peace they sought. The final resolution centers on Sundari, who spent her life in a mansion built on fear. When she watched Viren reject her father's gold for a life of simple fishing, it was the first time she had witnessed integrity. She saw her father's luck for what it was, a curse of blood, and recognized Viren's poverty as a form of freedom. Choosing her own path for the first time, Sundari marries Viren. She gives every last coin of her father's blood-stained fortune to the poor, actively choosing a life in a simple fishing hut. Her transformation is a deliberate rejection of the transactional world she was raised in. In the logic of this folklore, fate actively punishes complexity built on a foundation of greed, and it fiercely rewards simplicity built on contentment. A man spent an entire lifetime building a system of dark magic and crushing influence, only for it to be utterly destroyed by a fisherman who just wanted a plate of food.